morning, good afternoon, good day, good Thursday, good Friday. If you're still on Wednesday, I don't know if that's possible, but happy Wednesday as well. I just want to say thank you all to everybody who's here. I just want to do some quick shout outs really quick because I see everyone. I see a lo-fi. We're gonna have so much to talk about tomorrow and cloudy thoughts. Suave, the climax. Thank you for joining. Mostly Martinez. I think we'll be seeing you pretty soon. You know what I'm talking about with W27. Thank you again. Holtz, thanks for staying up so late. Uh, Ambi, as always, Crow, love it. You're always supporting. Darko Angel, thank you so much. If y'all have not been checking out his stuff, he's been doing some hilarious shorts on his channel. Go check it out. He's a phenomenal content creator. Obi Rose, thank you so much for all the support. You've been tweeting me out. I greatly appreciate it. I also am looking forward to you watching you play Destroy All Humans. Super fun game. Want to see how you handle that one. And Banana Killer. I think we'll be seeing you too pretty soon. Thank you, my partner in crime, Rudix, Chat Stadia. Always awesome to have you all. And then obviously the guest today. But with that said, you all know the show is not really about me. It's really about the gaming community, and it's really about, just creating that space. And today's content creator is actually the biggest content creator I've ever had on the show. She has over 12,000 YouTube subscribers all over the world. She's on Twitch, she's on YouTube, she's like on everything. She's going to give us all her secrets if she has any. No, but she's just phenomenal. I see you, Cammie. Thank you so much for joining as well. But without further ado, I want to bring out Miss Tracey.
Hey guys.
Hey, Miss Tracey. Y'all, she has purple lights too, so this is gonna be like purple
Yes.
squared.
Oh my god, I might have a thing with purple.
She has
And
purple
the fact that
hair.
this is called Shades of Purple, it's got me excited.
She did it just for the show, y'all.
Oh yeah, yes, totally. Totally.
No, but she's super awesome. So, Miss Tracey, I know like I've seen some of your streams before playing. I've seen you on retro gaming channels. But how would you describe yourself to, the audience?
I say I'm a variety gamer. I play a lot of different stuff. I don't play as much retro stuff as I used to. I kind of got spoiled with playing on the newer generation stuff. I know we do a retro rewind podcast that we talk about retro gaming a lot, and I always feel bad because I don't do as much retro gaming anymore, but I still love retro stuff. But I play just a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know if you want me to list everything I play. Just a big variety of games. Somebody was asking about Halo. I do play Halo. I play a lot of survival games. And I just, just a chill, very sweary. That's okay. I forgot to ask you about that. I'll do my best not to. But yeah, I'm a very sweary, kind of ditzy, and I don't know, hopefully entertaining streamer.
Very entertaining.
Thank
Y'all, and
you.
her channels are below. If you ever wanted, I put her site. She has a website. Like she's serious. And I want to give a shout out to Ron Slusher, Jinx. Oh, both veterans right back to back. What's up? Hey, Jeff, another
Hey, Jeff.
Canadian. Casey, how are you? Thank you for joining us. We need a place in Division 2, Casey. Thank you all again for joining. We're just here with Miss Tracey talking about, her story, what drives her, her passions. We're going to get into all that. So thanks again, everyone. So with that said, Miss Tracey, we're all gamers, and it all started somewhere special for us. Like, what was that moment where you were like, this is fun?
Well, when I was, it must have been like third grade, I'm thinking, we had foster kids that lived with us, and someone donated a NES. And that was my first gaming console that we got to have. Played a lot of Mario, a lot of Duck Hunt, a lot of weird, obscure games. Some that were like a little like
Okay, what's a
religious.
weird one? Oh,
Okay,
Bible Adventures?
spiritual warfare. That was my weirdest one.
Spiritual warfare. Because I played a game growing up called Bible
Uh,
Adventures.
I
It was,
played that one too. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
where you could play like as Mary, Moses, or Noah. We
Yeah.
actually beat that game. So if my brother's out there, we beat that game. So,
Oh,
but
Spiritual Warfare
Spirit.
weird one. I do not recommend it.
What? Okay, so Spirit Warfare. Yeah,
You
what
would,
is
like,
this?
go around and kill people who weren't, like, worthy of being saved. I don't know, it was weird. It was really weird. But then when I got a little bit older, I wanted an N64, so I was able to trade, and I kind of regret this. I traded my NES games and the NES for an N64 and games. And I wish I could go back and just buy the N64 and not get rid of my NES, but I can't. I played a lot of stuff on there, and of course, we were talking beforehand about Zelda.
We're gonna get to that in a second. You know, we
Okay.
are big. I got embarrassed a few weeks ago at Chat Stadia. I kept saying Link's Awakening, and it was the Adventures of Link. I got the A right, Nads. I got the A. Shout out to
Oh,
Nads who came
I'm
through.
bad with the beginning ones. I'm
Ye-
more with the Game Boy ones and the N64 and up from there.
Yes, exactly. So, and I see in the chat, yeah, the Bible games are real. Well, if y'all did not know, the Bible's it has some pretty real stories in there. There's like a
Some
lot of warfare.
pretty
It's
yeah,
it's kind of it's not
intense.
happy go lucky all the time. What's up, Cloud Gaming Dad? Thank you. So I actually caught you this week. If y'all did not catch um the Stadia 1000 stream, awesome. Cloud Gaming Dad, awesome stuff you did there. So you know, I know we kind of skipped through NES, but I know there is a lot of stuff with you in gaming all the way through. And we're going to get to that, why that is here in a second. But, on the show, we always have to ask the people who played N64, which was better, Mario 64 or Zelda Ocarina of Time?
Ocarina of Time. I mean, come on.
Yeah, this
I
is
mean,
like,
Mario 64 was good. I played it. I beat it, and I played it. I played it a lot. I went on top of the castle. I did all. I did everything. But I did that for Ocarina of Time too. Even the Water Temple. I played it all, but I definitely gotta say Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina. And what about Ocarina? So just in your own words, because I know, like, and you like obviously you're wearing the Triforce. Show that Triforce off so people can see. Look at that.
I also
You're,
have, if I can turn my camera enough, I have a
whoa, she
shield
has
on the
Iroh
wall.
shield.
Yep, and a Triforce light back there too.
I see. I didn't even see. It's a Triforce purple light.
Yes, it is. Oh
That's
great, now I
so
gotta mess with the
cool.
camera. There we go.
So
Oop.
my mom, she bought me. She actually watches the show. So shout out to mom. She's out there. It's the gold game, mom. You bought me the gold game. That was
Yes.
Zelda 64. Um, Explain why you like that one so I mean, it's a great one, but why that one? Why is that one your
Um,
favorite?
I think because I could replay it and still like have to think through the puzzles again. Like there's a lot of things that you had to do in that game so much that you couldn't remember it all to replay it. And every time you played it, it was kind of like experiencing the game over and over again, at least for me, 'cause my memory's not that great. But I don't know. I loved all the characters and the songs. I mean, the music was a big part of it, obviously. I can think of all the songs in my head right now, especially Epona's song. That was always my favorite. And oh gosh,
Which
the
one?
secret, I can't think, the secret forest one. I can't think of what it was called.
My favorite song in that was Gerudo Valley.
Oh, I like that one
Yeah,
too.
like, it's like the fast, like the Spanish song going
Yes.
through. Yes, I
Yes.
love that. No, actually that, um, score for that game, they've actually made entire concerts out of that score
No
because
way, really?
yes, it is like such a iconic score. And
Yeah.
so, I didn't know that until one of my friends, I think that was friend's boyfriend, came around and said, like, I was listening to it one day and like they knew the songs and they were like, yeah, that's a big thing. So, no, I think Zelda 64 is, it's obviously one of my favorite games. There was actually back in the day, I was looking for like cheat codes to the game or just things to do. Like things go fine or interesting things after you beat the game. You kind of like have done it. So I found on the internet they said you could play like the Song of Storms in the fishing place, and you could get giant
What?
fish.
I never knew that.
No, well, young Purple played this long enough to realize that someone was trolling me, and I spent like
Oh
a whole week
no.
trying to get like these
Oh
giant
no.
fish. So even through that time, it was like the first. I guess that was my first experience with getting trolled. Like if someone's like,
Oh.
"Yeah, play the Song of Storms over here, and you'll get giant fish," and didn't get giant fish.
Oh, that stinks. That's so sad.
I know. So now I'm like waiting for a game that can have giant fish. They haven't made it yet. So, but y'all, if y'all know of a game that has giant fish, please let me know.
Warframe has some pretty big fish.
Warframe.
Mhm.
Really?
It's a free
Okay.
game.
Well,
Free to play.
that's why we do this. Why it's Ghost in the Garage. What's up? How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining. We're just talking some games, talking about N64. We're about to make our way up all the way till the great streamer we know Miz Tracey to be today. But so what other games in that 64 era are you like?
GoldenEye was the one I played a lot. GoldenEye 007. That was my first person shooter. I played the daylights out of that one. Oh, what else did I have on 64? I
You
had
know,
Star Fox.
we had another argument on this show. Did you ever play Perfect Dark?
I did not. I did not play that one.
You know, we had another guest on the show not too long ago who named their gamer tag after Perfect Dark.
Oh,
And it wasn't that perfect of a game. So it's like, well, you
yeah.
know, y'all know who
It's
I'm
like when
talking
you
about.
put a really nice sticker on a really crappy car. Yeah, something like that.
Well, Doc, that's you, not me, Doc. What's up, Danny RN? So, you know, 64, all of us have like great memories of that one. And I love how each story, when I bring someone on, if they're a gamer, they're either some type of like young criminal when they were younger, like stealing things, like Holtz is in the chat right now. He was like a criminal enterprise running at his local arcade. Yeah, Primo just randomly finding $100 on the side of the road randomly. Or they're like this barter person, like they've traded up something, and
That's
you
what I did. Yeah.
traded your NES for, which is actually pretty impressive because you're like not even going to do the SNES, Super Nintendo.
No, I skipped right to N64.
You went right 64.
Well,
Did
that's
you
because I
ever?
played the NES for forever. I did
You,
go back to the Super Nintendo as an adult.
ooh, so what? So yeah, I know that's kind of out of order, but why would you go
Bubble
back? What
Bobble.
was which one?
It was Bubble Bobble.
Bubble Bobble.
Yeah.
We haven't heard that one before, chat.
Uh,
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure that was on the Super Nintendo. Bubble Bobble. It's got this catchy music, and I played it with my mother-in-law. She's actually, yeah. We come from a gaming family. Well, my husband's side of the family is a gaming family. My side of the family is not quite as into gaming, but my personal family is very into gaming. My kids and my husband, and we have 2 TVs here in the living room and 2 TVs downstairs so we can all game at once.
That's pretty cool. And I just saw you have purple nails. You're super purple.
I do like purple. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, y'all. I may have met my purple match. This is crazy. So any Sega stuff back then?
I did play a little bit of Sonic. That was at my friend's house. We would play Sonic together. And I also played at around the same time. I was playing on the PlayStation 1 too, as well.
Oh.
I should say.
So obviously PlayStation 1 is next. And I see Subnautica. I see you there, Darko Angel. But there's a lot of Castlevania fans out there. We actually haven't had too many people talk about Castlevania, kind of the birthplace of Metrovanias as we know them today. But so PlayStation. So you kind of now have we hit, are any of these so far like your favorite platform? Because it sounds like you're just kind of trading up, you're kind of doing your thing. PlayStation, a lot of
I
people.
mean, N64 really holds my heart as like my all-time favorite, but if I had to pick like, the console wars, I got to go with Xbox. Which we haven't even touched yet. So
Oh,
I played
spoiler
on a
alert.
lot of different stuff. Yep.
spoiler alert. So variety gamer she is, y'all. So you weren't a handheld type. I haven't heard Game Boy. I haven't heard Game Gear.
No, I did have a Game Boy, the old big, the one that looked like this.
But bigger.
Yeah, way bigger.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
I just had to throw it in there. I knew.
Much bigger.
So, okay, so and we're gonna get to why you're kind of like this all-time gamer, but I really want to like understand. And we can call you Tracy, right?
Yeah.
Miss
Oh, yeah.
Tracey.
That's fine.
Yeah. So, really want to get into. So, why PlayStation though? So, like,
Okay, so that one was
versus
I
like
mentioned earlier. We
64.
had foster kids live with us.
Okay.
So one of the foster kids that lived with us had a PlayStation with Crash Bandicoot on it, and so we played a lot of that. A lot.
Crash Bandit. Oh my gosh. So, in Crash Bandit, isn't that with X? Isn't Crash Bandit
Bandicoot.
with X? Yeah. Who owns that IP now?
I thought it
Is it?
came out on Xbox. I think I remember something.
I think it's so funny how like all like the
Something
Xbox
just happened with it.
they do this like this thing all the time. Like
Yeah, they trade. I hate it.
they
It's
trade.
hard to keep track of everything.
Yet they have their fans going like tooth and nail for their games with. It's just a game to them. So
Yeah,
Brent,
somebody just acquired Crash Bandicoot, I think. So it might be coming out on Xbox.
Darko
Was it
Angel, is it
Activision?
Activision? Yeah, we were seeing some Activision. This is like the smartest chat on YouTube, I swear, when it comes to game.
Yes,
Final
Final
Fantasy.
Fantasy VII. Yes. That was the only two games we had actually on the PlayStation was
Crash
Final
Bandit. Well,
Fantasy
that's a pretty
7
powerful
and
game.
yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Very good game. Very good music. I could play that again, like right now, and
So,
still love every minute of it.
so I don't want to jump too far ahead, but did you play the remake?
I did not.
My gosh, where
I
have you
know.
been?
I didn't have anything. I didn't have it on anything. Like usually I buy games on sale when I get games. So
True gamer, true. No one buys $70 games. Get them
yeah,
on
no,
sale.
I know. There's a couple I've shelled out for the full amount and kind of regret, like Fallout 76. That's way ahead though.
Oh, we're gonna talk because I know Fallout 76 like kind of did something for you there. So I know we're gonna talk
Yes, it
about it.
did.
So obviously, all right. So you did an N64. I always thought N64 was better than PlayStation 1, but whatever. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh, I still played the N64. I just also got to play the PlayStation when they were staying with us.
yeah, both of them. Yeah, both of them. And shout out to your parents, foster care, and like you must have had a huge group of people, kids running around.
Yeah, kids in and out a lot. Like usually we had a couple at once, but some would stay for. We had one that stayed for 4 hours, and we had one that stayed for like a year. So it varied on the kids. I think they had 57 altogether.
57 foster kids?
Yeah, over time.
Well,
Over
look,
like many years. But yeah.
you could say it's over 100 years. That's still 57.
Yeah.
That's
a lot.
wow. What was that like? If you don't mind me asking, what was that like growing up with like people?
Unfortunately, it wasn't great. We were the last stop before group home. We were treatment foster care. So we had a lot of people that were misbehaving, I should say, people that were into really bad stuff. We had one run away to go do drugs. We had just a lot of not good stuff go on with the kids that came through. And of course, I was young growing up. I hated it. Now I understand that, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to try to help these kids before they have to go to group homes and stuff. But now I have a different opinion on it than when I was a kid, and I hated it growing up. So,
did you ever stay in touch with any of them, or because I know
a couple of them, yes. I had a couple that I considered like my sisters. They were my foster sisters. One ended up passing away, and one I haven't talked to in a couple years, and one I randomly see out and about in a town nearby. But otherwise, I don't talk to any of the guys that live there. A lot of people we lost touch.
Wow. I know I had in the army a lot of a lot of soldiers actually come from foster care who come through the army looking for, some like place of belonging. And so a lot of times I'm always, it's just actually kind of unique for me to hear from another perspective of like,
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
I hate to like sound rude or anything. It's just when I was a kid, I didn't like it because I mean I had all these influences around and was into stuff that I shouldn't have been into because the kids coming through were into it, and I'm just glad that I didn't turn out worse. I feel like maybe not a good idea for a treatment foster home with a kid in the family because then you are like adversely affected by the kids coming through. Some of them were great, some of them were not great. Some of them I wish I had never met, actually. We'll leave it
I,
at that.
yeah, I totally get. Well, that's a great segue into the greatest console or the best-selling console of all time, PlayStation 2.
Okay. So PlayStation 2. A lot of Guitar Hero.
Oh, this was Guitar Hero time.
Yeah. Guitar Hero 1 and 2. Oh gosh, what else did I play? Kingdom Hearts. Oh. I can't for the life of me think of anything else off the top of my head. I know I still have a lot of them. Yeah, what else is on PlayStation 2?
It sold a ton.
I was never a big fan of the PS controller either, Jinx. That's why I'm an Xbox girl at heart. I like the Xbox controller. I use it when I play on PC too.
See, I like.
It's purple.
That's oh my! You are like, where's my purple control? Where's my purple Stadia? I feel like I'm attacked.
And here's my Xbox one.
Oh, it's blue. Or is
It's
that purple?
blue to purple. Ah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So still purple.
So, Grand Theft Auto, where you don't seem like a Grand Theft Auto type.
I'm really bad at driving in games, and that's like a lot of that game. So no, I crash a lot. The only game I've been good at that has driving in it is Simpsons Road Rage because you're supposed to crash into stuff.
Oh my god! So you played Simpsons Road Rage?
That was a PlayStation game I played.
Gosh, I haven't seen that game in a while. I saw that. I haven't played it in a while, but I actually saw someone talk. I think I saw it on Retro Rewind.
Yeah, we were talking about
Jeff, I think you
that
talked
one
about it.
And Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them on that. I think we did just talk about it. I think I just saw. That's where I saw it recently. Oh my gosh! So
yeah, there's two different Simpsons games. One of them's a taxi one, and one of them's the road rage one. I can't remember.
What happened to Simpsons games? What happened to them?
I heard that they're actually remaking the Simpsons one in Unreal Engine 5.
Wait, which Simpsons one? Like the arcade one?
I don't want to say the wrong thing. I think it's Road Rage. I think. I could be wrong.
Road Rage?
Yes.
Whoa, what? Crazy Taxi. Okay, what's up, Geek? I see you there. Road Rash? What? I'm trying to figure out. Y'all verify? Did y'all hear that too? Simpsons game coming out in Unreal Engine 5.
Or was it Hit and Run? It might have been Hit and Run.
Oh, Hit and Run. Look at that. Darko Angel, you change your names many times, but you always come through in the clutch. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Hit and Run was great. Yes, it was. So obviously PlayStation 2 didn't leave a room. Like PlayStation 2.
It was a short period.
So now are we getting to this Xbox? Like, did you like start to venture over? Why did you venture over? Because if you're like one of those OG Xbox people, why did you go over to Xbox?
Halo. I was playing Halo with friends. We had a couple LAN parties. We had, everybody brought their monitor and their Xbox, and I didn't have one yet, so I just went with and played on my friend's Xbox, and we played Halo. And then eventually I got my own Xbox and played like Morrowind and Oblivion, Fable.
Fable.
Fable was really good. I like Fable 2 and 3 as well. I wish there was another one. Like, I want there to be another one. That'd be nice.
Oh my gosh. I could see you as a Fable type.
Yeah, it was. 3 was my favorite, honestly. Well, 2 was really good too. I know 3 I think is still my favorite. I played it. I got every achievement in it because I played it so much, which takes way too much time. A lot of collecting every single item in the game.
Oh my gosh, Fable. The thing, I never really think of Fable, but I don't think there's a bad Fable.
No. I mean, I liked 1 as well. I preferred 3 as a favorite.
But in my mind, I'm just kind of going through and thinking, because like one of the things I'm very critical with game franchises is like they lose that magic.
Oh yeah, Fable did not.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why in my mind, I'm like, why don't I ever think about Fable as like one of those games? Like even Zelda. Like there's some Zeldas that I'm just not a fan of. You know, looking at you, Windmaker.
But that's my least favorite of the Zelda games.
Exactly.
I still like it. I still like it, but it's my least favorite.
It's just the art style, like any of the kid Zeldas, in my opinion, are just like, I like the dark
Link annoyed me in that one. Like everything he did pissed me off, so I hated it. I mean, I still liked it, but I hated it at the same time. You know what I mean? Like I hated that was Link, but I still played the game. I played through the whole thing. I did enjoy playing it. It was a frustrating game to me.
And I want to say shout out to Humblebum. I see you also one of the finalists in the Stadia Summer Championships. Y'all shout out to Humblebum. Simpleton, I see you there. And confession, you never played a single minute of Fable. Really? Never even in like the store? Like
there's a remastered Fable 1. It's not too late to go back.
And it's on Game Pass, right?
I can't remember.
I think it is. Yahoo like know all the Game Pass games. I think it's on Game Pass. Whoa, Paul, Mr. Byron Plays. Thank you so much. Hopefully you're feeling better, Paul. I know you and Ray, the Gaming Cyborg, are both out with COVID. So prayers to you. And also thank you for staying up. I know it's really late in the UK right now. So thank you. But yeah, I think Fable's on Game Pass. So Simpleton, I know you have 2 subscriptions to Game Pass. So there you go. So all right. So we do Xbox. Now we're gonna get into, are we going in there? Xbox 360? Is that where we take off?
360? All right, we can go. I think that one was actually Oblivion and eventually Skyrim, of course.
Skyrim. I have a confession, never played Skyrim.
Oh, also never too late to go back. Very, very good game.
I think it is.
I don't think so. I think it's very replayable too. I think it's timeless, honestly. It's worth going back and playing it.
I don't know. Sure. Like I'm like very like narrative driven, and when I think of Skyrim, I just think of like walking around.
Oh no, there's a ton of lore. I mean, you do a lot of exploring, but there's a ton of lore. There's books and stories, and there's quests where you like learn different things about different characters. There's very interesting characters, like Sheogorath is the guy who does that, Wes Johnson, who does that acting for that character. My favorite voice actor of all time. Very good. Did you play any of the other Elder Scrolls?
No, I mean we have Elder Scrolls on Stadia. I'm not. It's just not like so. As the audience knows, there's like a period there where I was in the army where I was like not playing anything, and so this one falls into that like World of Warcraft. Like I actually played a little bit of that when I was in Korea, but there was like a whole like solid 12 to 14 years there, whereas unless it was Zelda, I wasn't really into it.
I hear thunder, and I really hope that nothing happens. Just letting you know, if I disappear, there's a thunderstorm rolling through right now.
Did you? I know we were talking about Spirit Warfare. Is this part of that? Like, are you?
Like when you start talking about, what did I get for talking smack about that game?
Like that is like serious right there, y'all. Like, Spirit Warfare is legit game there. I get struck by lightning. Seriously. So all right. So, but I still don't like why Xbox seems like. I haven't heard like when PlayStation people.
One of my big issues actually is the controller. I enjoyed the big, ridiculous Xbox controller. It was easier on my hands because I have issues with my hands.
Oh, we are about. So
I don't know if you want to go into that yet.
I don't know. Do we have more games? Because I think this is a good time. Well, I mean, you brought it up, and I think it's so much a part of your gaming history,
Big
right?
time.
It's so much a part of why you got into streaming. And so I think it'd be probably a good time to explain, why you got into gaming. I mean, you weren't doing sports. Why did gaming bring you in? Why do you have such this connection to gaming?
So I have EDS. It's called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and it's a connective tissue disorder, which means it affects my collagen. It affects everything. But my biggest issue when it comes to gaming is that my joints are all very hypermobile. So I can like touch my thumb to my wrist, and it can bend my fingers back. And my joints dislocate randomly, and my hands do get really sore after a bit of gaming. It's a lot better if I'm gaming with a bigger controller. So the big, bulky Xbox controllers are my favorite, especially the new Xbox controllers, the ones that are like this. Um, my thumbs sit in a good spot where I'm not like really struggling to move my thumb around without popping it out of socket, which is what happens. Um, with the PlayStation controller, it's it's totally different. I know they don't seem like they're that much different, but it's totally different on my hands, and so that's why I ended up switching more to Xbox. And I can't do mouse and keyboard, because then I have issues when I push down on the keys with my fingers bending back like that. Um, so
And
I
does that
can't
hurt? Like, so when you're doing
when I'm doing it
like
like this, it doesn't hurt, but if I'm doing it for a couple minutes and I'm typing on keys and stuff, it does start to hurt. But when I'm bending it backwards like that, that's just normal for me.
but once you start going into it, it's like
Once you do it for a while, it starts to get sore. So when I got into PC gaming, I know this is really far in advance, but I will only play with a controller when I play on PC. So it has to be a PC game that has controller support, or I can't play it.
wow, I think it's so unique to like because a lot of several people have come onto the show. SPG Stadia Pro Gaming, as you know, um, uh, has is disabled. Holtz is another person who came on the show and talked about Holtz. Forgive me, I know you're in the crowd, but he can't sometimes the visions it overwhelms him and he can't see it. It's disability.
Oh.
It's disabling to him. So I think a physical disability, but this isn't just a physical disability for you. Like right, it like kind of like
Well, it
your
affects
whole life.
everything. So, like, I do have motion sickness issues. I take motion sickness medicine every single day so that I can do my gaming stuff. Otherwise, I can't. I get sick after gaming, especially if I'm in somewhere with snow animation. I don't know why. The white flashy animation of snow really, really gets to me. So even when I take my motion sickness meds, I still have games that I can't. Like, I never finished Subnautica Sub-Zero because it was too much snow. So I never finished it. I feel bad because I started streaming it and then never finished the game. But like gaming in general, and then I also have not a lot of people know this, I actually have a hearing loss issue too. That's why my stuff is always super, super loud. And I have hearing aids, but I hate wearing them because they pick up like background noise and other people talking. So I'm very guilty of not wearing my hearing aids. So I'm big about accessibility with like subtitles and stuff in games. Like games that allow you to turn on subtitles for everything are much better to me than games that I can't hear half of what's going on.
Wow. And so, in your opinion, are there any like companies? Because Holt had the same thing. Like he had like with maps and stuff. So I think a lot of it, the motion sickness, like this is a real thing. And
Yeah.
um, any game company, obviously, so Xbox has it down for accessibility, rightfully or wrongly, however,
Yeah.
for you to play games. But any
I
type
can't
of
do like
games,
VR, but I don't have any like companies that I avoid avidly. None that I've noticed that are accessible, but I can't play like VR games at all.
just
Um,
because it's the motion.
the motion of it makes me super sick. And then like games like Beat Saber and stuff, I can't with my joints. I can't do the motions and stuff, so I can't do like interactive VR games. I can sit with a controller in my hand, but I can't do like I
Yeah,
tried
no.
doing
And
Wii and I was doing like the boxing on the Wii and I actually I tore my ACL on my knee doing the hula hoop on Wii Fit. So I don't do interactive games anymore either.
wow. And I'm gonna put up this is for you. This is from Obi Rose. Uh,
Oh.
Let me see if we can put it there. Wow, Miss Tracey, I give you your flowers for respect despite all this. You're still
Oh, thank
going.
you.
Uh, you keep pushing, and Matt respects you. And that
Aw.
Holt, same to you, bro. That's crazy. But y'all push. Thank you, Obi Rose, for putting that through. But no, seriously, I think and why I'm super like privileged and thank you for sharing that because you didn't have to share that. It's because I think a lot, the audience is generally older gamers, right?
That's
And
usually my audiences, yeah.
yeah, and
I mean,
so
I'm
I
an 18 plus community, just to be clear. With how the shit that I mean, literally, just right now, I didn't even mean to say shit. It
go,
popped out of
go
my
ahead,
mouth. Yep.
go ahead. There
So
it goes. But I think like uh, there's a reason why some of these things are in games. Like there's a reason why they have those options. I know a lot of people, and your mama knows, cannot play, and a couple of others, but he's the one who, Cowboy's the one that comes to my mind. He can't play if we don't have an inverse, if the controller can't go inverse, right? Like
my
that's
friend is like
another
that too.
one.
It makes
And
me
all,
sick.
yeah, it's like they
Yep.
can't, and I've seen that at first. I was like, oh, y'all are messing around.
Yeah.
But it's a real thing. Um, so uh, so accessibility, and I see you, Dre. Well, also thank you for staying up. So many people staying up late from the
Yay.
UK, from Europe. Um, but all right, so obviously you've been pushing through with your gaming. You tore an ACL. My brother actually tore his ACL twice, and so
Oh,
yeah, it was like really, really
a
bad.
lot of physical therapy with that one.
Yeah, like cuz
Yeah.
so if y'all didn't know, like when you tear your ACL, like usually you have to like fully tear it. Like the doctors had to fully break it
Yeah,
apart.
they didn't have to do that with me because they actually found out late because I had a scar tissue of a torn ACL and I didn't know. So
Ugh,
I went a couple months thinking I had a bruised knee and not going to the doctor, and then found out that I had actually torn my ACL. That's how weird my body is.
my
And then I ended up
gosh.
having surgery on that knee, and then that kind of actually backfired because the doctors didn't know that I had EDS until I was like 25. And had they had known, they wouldn't have done that surgery. So yeah, I had a lot of crazy medical stuff growing up, but I think the weirdest injury was still doing the hula hoop on Wii Fit.
Hula hoop on the Wii, that's how you tore your ACL. Well, hey,
Yeah.
gaming is a sport, so it's sports injury right there.
I
And then I
suppose
know,
it
and
was
then
Wii
I know
Sports.
yes, it was a sports related injury. That's the story. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
And so like, and then I know for like, I was reading on your site, if you stand up
Oh,
to
yeah.
like,
If I stand up, my heart rate goes up, and it goes up and up and up until I pass out. So that's a heart condition called POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. It's a big mouthful. But yeah, so basically, whenever I stand upright, my heart rate just goes up and up and up until my body decides you can't do this anymore, and it literally makes me faint. I haven't full on fainted for a couple months because of medication and infusions and stuff, but I do have a lot of times where I kind of fall back. My husband's really good at catching me. He's very quick on his feet now because he can see when I start to go down, but I haven't like full on my face fainted in a couple months. So that's really good for me. I know that's a weird thing to be proud
I
about.
mean, I think everybody in the audience, or a lot of people actually, are the fact that you said you haven't fainted in a few months. Like most people have,
Yeah, that's really good news.
yeah, yeah, like, and you're excited. Like I can see, like it's a big like. Some people have never fainted in their life, and so like when you just think about everything, joints, vision, just standing up, um, I think it becomes like clear, or not clear, but gaming is like an outlet for you, right?
Oh yeah.
Like I think if any of these things were like happening to one of these things, these are multiple things.
Oh, there's
Uh
more too. Like we could sit here and talk the whole time
my
just on my
gosh.
ridiculous health stuff.
My
But
gosh.
between because I also have really bad scoliosis, and between that and the fainting, and my joints dislocating, I use a wheelchair when I go out and about. Um, so I don't have like I do a side job here at home, but I don't have anything else that I go and do other than gaming. So gaming is a huge, huge outlet for me. I don't know what I'd do without it. Lose my mind probably.
No, well, I think most of us would lose our mind. I see you there, Nads, and know that it's not
Not the
that's
same.
not the same. Not the same. That is passing out though. But the little different Nads is the other half of Chat Stadia. Shout out to Nads. And again, thank another veteran, Canadian Armed Forces. Thank you, Nads. So I mean, did this have any kind of like so despite all of this, you decided to become a content creator, a streamer.
Yeah. Well, so we're gonna have to talk about Fallout 76 now. I was making videos on some stuff that I was playing, and then I started making videos on Ark and Fallout 76. And I was just making YouTube videos with like tutorials trying to help out people. It started with trying to help my friend learn how to breed villagers in Minecraft. And I made a tutorial video so that they could watch it and figure out how to do it. And after that, I just started doing more and more tutorial videos. And then I did a video where I fell for a trap camp in Fallout 76. So someone lured me to their camp and I walked in and they shut the door behind me and lit me on fire. And I was like freaking out, but it was really funny and I wasn't mad. And so I tried talking to the guy and the guy was really cool about it. He taught me how he made the camp. And that was like my breakout video. That one went viral, got 50,000 views.
50,000.
Oh yeah, now it's up over 100, I think. But at first it had 50,000 views like right off the bat. And that was when things really took off. So I started making a lot more Fallout videos. And then I was doing a reaction video to the Bethesda showcase, the Xbox and Bethesda showcase. Actually, no, it was just Bethesda back then. And I turned on a camera for the first time and chatted with my viewers while we watched this showcase. And everybody loved it and was like, why don't you do this more often? So I started streaming. And then I ended up mostly switching to Twitch streaming. I do still make YouTube videos, but I do a lot more on Twitch than I do on YouTube now.
So, first off, congratulations for making 100,000 views on
Thank
a
you.
stream. I think Cowboy's the one who held the record before with one of the viral videos, but he's just been eclipsed. But Cowboy, you're still a champion to many of us, but 100,000, I think it's like 100 and what is it like? It's up there. It's y'all can go check out her most popular video. She has a couple of them all up in that 100,000
I have
range.
120,000 views on a Portal Knights video. That's my highest one.
120,000.
And I'm wrong. It's still only at 62,000 views for that trap video. I was wrong. I was mixing those two up.
Only 62,000. You realize that video has like more than several of the streamers in chat combined?
Well, still, I mean, I said the wrong amount. I don't mean it's like only. That is a huge amount to me too, but still.
What does that feel like? Like when your videos just takes off like that?
I mean, honestly, I was frustrated at first because when you do take off like that, you get a lot of haters. And so like I had a lot of people like, "Oh, this dumb bitch should fell for this trap." Blah blah. I'm like, "Whatever. It's a game. You trade with other players." I thought he was trading. He was doing the little symbol that said he was trading. And I walked into his camp. The guy was totally cool about it. He wasn't a jerk. And I thought it was funny, so I put it up there and some people like really hated on it. And that was my first experience with like commenters that were hate, that were shit talking.
How do you
And
deal
so
with it? Because I don't like because I have seen some of the comments out there, and you're like when this because this is like when 2016.
I'm really bad at dates. Probably about
Yeah,
then.
it's a little
Yeah.
while ago. So like Gamergate is going on during this time, and there is a lot of negativity and hate thrown at a lot of women gamers. Like,
Mm.
how do you deal with like I'm talking like actual hate? Now, there's certain things where there's like kind of trolling and people going back and forth, but
Well,
you
the
dealt with
trolling I try to deal with humor. Like I try to laugh it off. Whatever. You think you're being funny, that's fine. But when it comes to like actual hate, like I've had, especially playing on Halo, especially when you get to PvP games, you get a lot of people in game chat and stuff that are just hating on being a female gamer, and it's just ridiculous. It's like the way I grew up, like it was awesome that I gamed. All my friends were excited to be able to play games with one of the girls, like that was that was a positive thing. And some people just think it's like you don't belong here, and it's just absurd. It really is absurd.
No, it sounds like you have your own way of dealing with them. You're just like,
I
whatevs.
just try to laugh it off. I mean, sometimes the hate gets pretty bad, and I just ban them and move on. Um, I mute them if they're on game chat, whatever. Um, but usually I try to make a joke out of it, and kind of at the same time poke at the fact that they're being out of line, and just kind of wake them up to it, but without being a jerk back to them, if that
Oh
makes
my
sense.
gosh, that is so like taking the high road of it, but kudos to you. Like, I mean, for me, I haven't, fortunately, knock on wood, ever dealt with hate. I'm not sure really how I would respond. Like, there's part of me that would be like sad, but there's part of me that says like I would probably like go back at them because that's just how I
Well,
am.
you get
But
what for me, I get mad, and then like later on I think of what I should have said back to them, but at the time I probably just ban them. And then like
it's
later on I'm
probably the
like,
best.
"Oh, this would have been a good opportunity for me to like say, "Hey, don't act like this," But a lot of times I ban and move on, cuz it's, it's a balance of trying to show them where they're being wrong, but also not feeding into what they want to argue about at the same time, because
No,
sometimes they just want you to argue back. And that's what they're
right.
waiting for.
You're
Yeah.
playing into their whole game, right? And so probably the best thing is to just to ban, ignore, to do that. Which is great advice because there's a lot of like, I'm a beginner streamer, content creator, and I think a lot of us in the chat, I don't, some of us have thousands of subscribers. Looking at, and your mama knows is out there. Jeff is out there. Um, I think we have a couple of others who have like but you have like 12,000. So you're kind of at that next level. Cami, I know, has over 1,000. You're at that next level there. Um, what advice do you have for content creators to continue to build and grow their channels?
Um, oh. I mean, I have a lot of different advice about different things, but like overall, if you want to do this and you want to get big, you need to put a lot of time and energy into doing better and better and better and better until you feel like you've got an entertaining show for people. Um, I look back at some of my old streams and I'm like, "Oh my god, why did anybody watch this?" You know? With like the quality of my camera and all that stuff. I've really come a long way, and I don't I'm I we talked about my health stuff. I have a lot of medical bills, so I don't have like any super high end stuff, but I upgraded enough to have a better viewing show for people. And then also you just got to be yourself too, because that's what it comes down to. Even if you have the best equipment and you have your stuff looks amazing, if you don't have the personality, the fun interacting like vibes that people are looking for, you can't do this. It just it won't work. You won't succeed in it. And I'm sorry to say it like that. You got to be able to really put your heart and soul into it. And if you don't, I don't know, if you don't feel like it's the right thing for you, if you're wondering, hey, do I not have the attitude for this? Try watching your streams. Watch back. See what you think. If you watch it and you're like, this is entertaining, I'm finding myself enjoying watching it, then this is the right kind of thing for you. If you're watching and you're like, I don't even want to watch this, then maybe find something else that you like to do. I mean, you don't have to give up on gaming just to not be a streamer. I know a lot of people who are like, I'm a gamer for life, but I don't want to stream anymore. You don't have to give up gaming if you give up streaming. And I don't know. I'm not trying to like tell people to give up. I suppose that's a little more negative than I mean to be, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
No, I think it's great advice for, I mean, everybody out there right now that I'm looking at. And shout out to Project Storm coming through. One of the top Madden player currently right now. Justin, I see you. And Project Storm has also over, you all who have reached that 1,000+ subscriber realm. But I think it is something to say, how to go from, 4-digit subscriber numbers to 5-digit subscriber numbers, right? And you've been doing it for a second. You have a lot of content out there. Um, I am curious why you went from YouTube to Twitch.
I do have a reasoning for that.
Okay.
I was doing Fallout 76, and there was a Fallout 76 like sponsored streams team on Twitch that I was trying to be a part of. We started doing a thing called Fallout for Hope, which is where we raised well, one year we raised over $100,000, and the second year we raised $170,000 for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. It was for Fallout for Hope, and we did that for Christmas, and it was like this big community involvement, and I wanted to be part of the stream team that was involved with that too. So I started switching to Twitch full time, and then I just got addicted to the chat interactions on Twitch. Like, we have a lot more fun in chat on Twitch than we did on YouTube. I'm sorry to say that, because I still love YouTube. It's where I started and everything, but we can do a lot more in chat with different like commands and different
Songs
stuff.
and
Yeah,
things. No, it's
music
always
and
going
sound
like
clips, and yeah, there's
crazy.
all kinds of stuff going on.
It's going crazy when I see it. Uh, and Deadpool, you do say some hilarious stuff. You make some incredible clips, Deadpool. I totally agree. And Casey, we're all new. If y'all have not checked out, Casey's a new, also a new streamer, doing some Stadia stuff recently. So ran into them. Here you definitely, we're all new, Casey. But so you liked it because even though you have 12,000 subscribers on YouTube, you said, you know what, I want to have more fun with my viewers. Let me go to Twitch.
Well, what it was is this 12,000 subscribers on YouTube was really more from the videos. And I was making the videos when I had extra time doing infusions at the hospital. So I would spend time when I made a video. I would sit there and I'd write it like a school research assignment. I'd write out everything that I was going to do for the video. I'd write out all the details, all the tips I was going to talk about. I'd write, everything written down almost like a script, and then I wouldn't read half of it anyway. But and then I'd make the video, and then I'd edit the video, and I could edit the video while I was sitting there at the clinic doing nothing else for hours and hours and hours. Well, when I started doing more live streaming and less regular videos, I was more successful live streaming on Twitch and then uploading them to YouTube later on. I wasn't getting very many views live streaming on YouTube. Once I switched to live streaming on Twitch, my views really went up, and now on a good night, I average about 30 people on Twitch. On YouTube, I was averaging maybe 10. So
Okay.
that was another reason why I went over. I mean, I only have, I say only, this is a very big number to me too, but comparatively, Twitch for me is only 3,000 versus the 12,000 on YouTube. I know, I say only, but I'm just saying it's less than 12. It's less than 12.
She
Okay.
just
It's
threw
okay.
out
I
a
know.
number that's like, I only have, like, I
Compared to
seriously think
12, I have less on Twitch than I do on YouTube, but I still have more fun live streaming on Twitch with the more interaction that I find it better to stream over there. I'm
oh
sorry.
my
I'm
god. No,
sorry.
you're good. You earned it. You earned it. Throw it out there. Cammy, I'm
I'm
laughing
not
too.
saying like that's
It's you
not a big
have to
amount.
just
That's huge. I'm between 2 and 3K over there on Twitch now, and that took me a really long time to get there on just doing Twitch streaming too, because I I went viral on YouTube. That was how I was able to get known and start, getting a lot of subscribers. On Twitch, like I had to start from scratch and meet a whole community of people to start getting people to follow. So it was basically starting over by switching over. But I'm still glad I made the switch.
so I think you brought up another great point about like content creation, and that's communities. And so what would you say, like, you're like, some people they go to a certain game type of community, some people are a certain type of platform community. Like, what would you kind of consider the community that you've?
I play such a variety. I mean, I play everything from first person shooters to survival to sometimes retro games. I play everything. So I can't have a community that's just for one game or one type of game or even one console. I mean, I have a community that I play with. I have a group of friends on Xbox. I have a group of friends on PC. I still have a group of friends on PlayStation. It's just I never play PlayStation because I can't afford to have subscriptions to all three of them at once. But you just I forgot what my original point was with this.
You're a variety gamer. You don't
Yeah,
really have any kind like
I guess my community is just older gamers, people who enjoy gaming in general and just like to just sit and chat about games or talk about weird nerdy stuff. I don't know. We play some like side games. Like I have this like this geek out game and different geek trivia and other weird stuff that I play along with my game sometimes. Depends on the game we're playing. Like if we're playing 7 Days to Die, there's too much going on. We can't play a side game. But if we're doing something that has like loading screens or whatever, we play side games in between there and it keeps us chatting and we talk about nerdy stuff. So my community is just a bunch of old nerds. That's what we are.
you know.
It
I
works.
think a lot of people in chat can get down with the old nerd
Yeah.
description. If not old, definitely nerd, and if not nerd, definitely old. So chat knows I love all y'all. We're all in the same boat together. And so obviously all once again, doesn't matter what you're gaming on as long as you're gaming. We're all the same community. And Casey, I know, let me just throw it out. Obi Rose, Casey's that is their channel name. What the Galem 43 number pound sign 4381, that is their channel. If you look for that, you should find them. They have a recent video, I believe it was Division. I think that's what you were playing, Casey. I can't really remember. But so definitely if y'all want to go check that out, go right ahead. That's what we're here for, is to build community. So just a few things. I know I have to get you home here soon because you told me
Yeah.
you have a little time. So I
We
do
got
want to
a
ask
little
you,
time.
I want to ask you two questions. Okay.
Okay.
Two questions. All right. First question is, if you could create any type of game, genre, characters, voice act, like whatever that means to you, if you could create any type of game, what game would it be?
Okay. This is a tough one. I tried to think of it, but I still don't know. I don't know. I guess it would have to be a survival type game, open world, and I'd love to have something with like comedian voice actors. I know that sounds weird, but there's not enough comedy in games. Like there's some games that have a little like comedic break here and there, but there's not a whole lot of like really just nonstop funny games. And I feel like we could do like a survival game with a lot of humor in it, and it would just I don't know, it'd be cool.
Simpleton, Tomb Raider
Tomb
in
Raider
space,
in space.
Simpleton. Don't do this. Don't do this right now. Not right now. Y'all know it. Y'all, I have a thing with. I can't even think right now. I'm enraged.
Oh, I
But
missed
I'm
something.
not. Just kidding. Just kidding. I just think Lara Croft is a little. She dresses a little tacky, and I think there's too many games in space that are quite boring. But Simpleton likes to put them together and thinks it's the most amazing game. I tend to disagree on this point. But speaking of funny games, I just want to throw this one out there because I think this is the funniest game. It's actually one of my all-time favorite movies. Ghostbusters. Have you ever played that? It's like one of
I've
the
never played
most.
the Ghostbusters game.
It's one of the
No.
most hilarious. Like if you like Ghostbusters,
I love
and
Ghostbusters.
I love Ghostbusters. I could say jokes right now. Yes, Your Honor. This man has no. I love this. um, so many great lines in that. If you like it, Ghostbusters actually is a great like another form of like a love letter to Ghostbusters fans.
Nice.
So like I played it on PlayStation 3, y'all. For everybody who doesn't think I play other things, I played it on PlayStation 3. and I am really excited for the new Ghostbusters to come out this fall as well. So there you go.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a new Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be as funny as that one, but that was yes, y'all know it. Yes, everybody in chat, y'all know what I'm talking about. But it is a funny if you're looking for humor in a game. That one, it is just. I'm not gonna say just as good because it does have the same voice actors as the original Ghostbusters. They came back and did
Perfect.
the game. But there's some really hilarious lines if you play it. And it's a quick game. Like it's like maybe a 8-10 hour game. Um, but it's really good. So
I would totally be down to play that.
that's my little gift for you on that. And then the next one is, we're kind of coming down to the end here. What would you like the audience to take away? I mean, you've told us like a phenomenal life story, a life of hardship, but also like, there's light at the end of like you still like you're a positive person, even the way you deal with hate. But so there's so many, I think, sins that we can take away. But from your point of view, what is something you want us to
A
remember?
couple things. One is just to try to find humor in everything. I mean, if you've got a lot going on in life and shit gets you down, just try to find humor anywhere you can. That's what humor and gaming and being a dork is what gets me through all the stuff that I deal with. Just trying to be upbeat and positive even when you don't want to be upbeat and positive. Just do it anyway and you find yourself being a happier person. You really do. And then when it comes to like accessibility in gaming, that is something I'm really passionate about. Um, People to remember that there's gamers that play a little differently than you. I get it's weird. I get a weird amount of hate for not playing mouse and keyboard when I play PC games, but I can't because of my hands. So you just remember that everybody's got different stuff going on, and you don't know why someone else is the way they are. They may have reasons. Does that make sense?
It makes total sense. I think everybody here is never going to question someone who does not play mouse and keyboard when they play PC. And I
That
think
works.
um, I also just want to echo what so many people already said in chat, and that is just like, um, just you're doing an awesome job, Tracy.
Oh,
Like
thank you.
seriously, and I think a lot of it, just everything, just giving us your time. Being able to open up about some of your hardships. And uh, th- that means a ton. Giving us just advice. Many of us are beginning our content journey. Some of us are also like kind of like questioning, is this the right thing? Some of us are questioning how much we should do. Some of us never question how much we should do. And we vlog our entire lives looking at you and your mama knows. Take some lessons from Cammy. Cammy vlogs correctly about her life. I love Cammy streams. I love both of y'all streams. But
I guess my
uh,
biggest advice with that is just the watching it back, watching your own streams and seeing what you get from a vibe from your own stream. So
for sure, that I think is a huge and for a long time I didn't actually watch my own stream. When I watched my own stream from start to finish when I did my interview with Holtz. Uh, I think that's when or not Holtz, with Rock. Well, I had to because he had to film it earlier, and I was in chat and I had to watch it. And I think I learned a lot. Uh, I do love your food streams, and your mama knows. I love all your streams. You know this. Um, oh my gosh, they're starting to talk about Ghostbusters. Y'all, I could go off forever, but we gotta get Miss Tracy home. But thank you so much for talking about that. And just as we're closing this down, where can people find you? I know I've linked some stuff below, but like, when do you normally stream? What do you normally
mostly
do?
on Twitch. I stream late. I stream every day but Monday and Wednesday. So Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights at 9:15 p.m. Central, which is a weird time, but it's like when I can get everything done for the night and I can be on and stream for a few hours. I also stream, I do infusions here at home for my heart condition that I was talking about. And I stream during those on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I just like, I have my IV hooked up to my port and I just stream for a couple hours while I infuse. So I do that Tuesdays and Thursdays during the day at 2:30 Central.
Wow. Like, like you talk about this stuff. Probably those like on one end, like so humble and just like not a big deal. But then on the
It's
other
just so
end,
normal for me.
just
Yeah.
you're just like 12, just 3,000 streams. Oh yeah, I'm infusing myself while I'm gaming and streaming. It's just like
Yeah.
you're just like it's just you.
It's normal for me. I don't know.
I think it's the purple that does it. You're just
Yes,
like
it's all
yeah,
purple. Yes.
always the purple. Well, obviously, thank you so much. And y'all know where to find me. 8 p.m. Sundays. I'm going to be trying to beat Little Nightmares, the DLC, and then also jumping into Guilt. So I'm kind of in this like little horror kind of pretty game mode right now. And then next week, we'll have another Shades of Purple, same time, same place. And it's going to be amazing content creator. I don't want to ruin it. So I'll be telling you all a bit more about that on Sunday. But for everyone else, if you didn't get to watch the entire stream, very inspiring and empowering stream. One of those streams that really makes you kind of reflect on yourself as a gamer and your own journey and thank you, Miss Tracey, for providing that
Yeah.
for us and everything. And so, with
And
that
sorry to dip
said,
out on you. We're getting ready for 7 Days to Die. We're doing Darkness Falls for the
well,
first time in
tell them that you're streaming
Oh my
tonight.
gosh. So tonight in about an hour and 5 minutes, we're doing Darkness Falls on 7 Days to Die, and it is super duper hard, and it is the first time we've played it as a group, and we're probably gonna be dying a lot, but when we play 7 Days to Die, chat can interact with the game because we're playing on Twitch, and you guys can spawn in zombies, you can spawn in loot, you can make there be silly sounds for our guns. Like instead of shooting noises, they'll go kaplow and pew pew. It's adorable. But yeah, so chat can interact with the game, and it's gonna be a fun night. I play that one a
There,
lot. I'm loving
there
that
you
game
go. She
lately.
didn't even mention that, y'all. Like she just like it's just anything for her. But yeah, that's in an hour, a little over an hour away from
Yep,
right now. She'll be streaming on her Twitch
on
channel. I've
Twitch.
linked it below if you want to go check that out. But with that said, um, this has been. Any last words, Tracy?
No, thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun. I would totally do this again. This was awesome.
Thank you. I'm gonna be bringing alumni back pretty soon. So y'all who are out there who know, I
Perfect.
am looking forward to bringing some of y'all back here for relatively in short order. But with that said, I am Purple Haze. Uh, this is Shades of Purple, and as always, the proof is in the plane. All right,
Bye,
thanks
guys.
y'all. And can you stay on a little longer, Tracy? All right,
Yeah.
later.